there's inches on one side. I might just use that, but these look kind of big, so I'm not even sure. These might not even be accurate, but I can always convert them later. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to begin by measuring your soft measurements. So things like the measurement around your neck, and the measurement around your head, and let's do the measurement from one side of your temple to the other side of the opposite temple. Very good. And let's do your arm width, or your arm circumference. And the other arm. And let's do your torso. Yeah, sorry about that. I gotta have to get really close up. And let's do your stomach. Okay. If you could stick out a leg for me, I'll do your thigh circumference. And then your other thigh circumference. You've got hella good proportions. Might I just say, you've got great proportions. You'd be like the most attractive dead person ever. Anyway, let's do your firmer measurements. So for this, I'm going to be basically measuring any straight line that I find. So let's see from your jaw, the length of your jaw from the side to the middle. And if it's the same on the other side. The length of your face. Let's do the length of your fingers. We'll do from the bottom of your palm to your middle finger. Length of your arm, your forearm. Length of your forearm on the other side. Length of your hand on the other side. Cool. Let's do your waist, or rather, your hip measurement. I'll need to mark it off and start in a different position here. Cool. Okay, those are basically all the measurements that I need from you. It's not a lot because the point of the assignment is that we're supposed to take bones. Obviously I can't see your bones right now, but if I had to guess, it'd be kind of the length of, the important ones rather, would be the length of your forearm or the length of your thighs. And we have basically all of those measurements. And the goal is to use a formula to calculate your height based on the bone lengths, but the other part of it is that I have to look at your facial features and see how your skull basically would look if all the flesh was torn off and your skin was also torn off. So I have to look at your eye sockets real quick. Yeah, great eye sockets, really. I think they're really built for holding eyes. How bad's your eyesight? Yeah, see? And your cheekbones, great cheekbones. Very cut. They look very good. Could you turn to the side for me? Yeah, the whole thing is that nose socket tends to be very pointed, most in Asian noses, and then in Caucasian noses tends to be a little bit rounder, I think. But they're very small, and then generally in African skulls, the nose sockets are a little bit rounder and wider. Obviously, like, not everyone fits into these trends. It's a little bit outdated, to be honest, but they're what we go off of to kind of guess what race a victim might have been. So, honestly, I can't tell, but that was pretty cool. Sorry I touched your nose. But I can't really feel past the cartilage because it's pretty hard and I wouldn't want to break your nose. So let me see your jaw if I could. Yeah, so I was measuring your jaw earlier, and the shape of someone's jaw can also be a definer of what race someone is. Again, super flawed because now there are a lot more mixed race people, and also people just sometimes just don't fit into those trends. But generally, a jaw that is more square is male, and also I think it tends to be more on the Caucasian side because Asian jaws tend to be a little more rounded. And female jaws also tend to be a little more pointed. And I'm going to look once more at your cheekbones for something. There's a little notch for Asian skulls where if you look at the skull naked, again, you've got meat on your skull, so this doesn't apply, but I'm trying to see if I can feel for it, because if you look at a naked skull, an Asian skull will have little dips, little divots, and they will jut out a little bit, and it's a very big indicator, a difference between an Asian skull and a Caucasian skull, because some things like the eye sockets are very similar between Asian and Caucasian skulls. The Asian skull tends to have a little bit more of a square eye socket, where the Caucasian skull has a little more of a rounded eye socket. So I can't really tell your eye sockets either, to be honest, but I think just based off of the shape of your eyes, you can maybe tell a little bit. Other things I might look for if you were a skeleton would be things that I cannot check now because again you got meat on your bones, but women or female bones tend to have wider hips, and there's like a pelvic opening that's wider because it's meant to give birth, while a male's pelvic bone would be closed off, and essentially the tailbone would be a little bit longer and it would just be narrower. And actually, I believe male thigh bones are slanted, whereas female thigh bones are straight. So those would be things to look out for when you're dead in a very gruesome accident. But for now, you're still alive. Just retracing some of the things on your face. Yeah, I don't think ears are that big of a tell, from what I know. Or was it Asian eye sockets that are round? ask you one last little thing.